Hi again. While we wait, I just wanted to turn up the camera and just get acquainted with some of you. Um, my name is Asha, and I started Accra Parent a year ago. Um, the idea was there for about 6 years, and we only executed last year with our maiden event at the conference center. Hugely successful. Um, it's been quite the ride, a big learning curve for us. Um, this year's event is happening in November, not because we planned for it to happen in November. We just had a lot of venue challenges. And so November was what we were able to come up with the current venue. And we just couldn't let the year pass without actually doing the event. You do it in the first year. I don't think it's a good idea to not do it again. In fact, the special guest on the call today, I don't know, maybe she might touch on our conversation a few weeks ago when I was feeling very, very, very low and unmotivated to do the Accra Parent event. And she really spoke a lot of life back into me and back into reminding me of the reason why I started in the first place. And so I feel highly indebted to her, and I'm very honored to have her on the call with us this evening. So I think I might be able to just pull her in because she's quite busy, and I just wanted her to spend a little bit of time with us because she's very knowledgeable in the events industry, amongst others. And I think that she would be someone that we all find very valuable in our exhibition experience. So can I ask Gwen Addo of Hair Center and Hips Africa fame, if you're ready to kind of help me out? Go in there. Hi, Gwen. Did she just end my call? Hi, Gwen. I can't actually hear. I think you're muted.
Hello,
Hi,
can you
Gwen.
hear me?
Yes.
Hi.
Thank you so much, Gwen.
Hi.
Sorry to pull you away from your mom's birthday. Like, this is a big.
Can you imagine? It's such an honor to be here,
Mhm.
and congratulations again, and to everyone else that's on the call. I'm assuming we're all exhibitors.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So Gwen, um, one of my biggest things that I really I want exhibitors to understand where I stand when it comes to Accra Parent, Education and Childcare Expo is it's about the exhibition experience. So, I've had many phone calls from past exhibitors and new exhibitors who who would ask the same question, like, um, how do I make my money back? You know, or wow, it's so expensive. In that day, am I going to sign up, this many children? Am I going to sell enough products to actually make my money back? And I find it's one of the hardest things to try and explain to people so they understand that it's not, when you sign up for Apex, it's beyond the fee, it's an investment. And I know you have similar questions asked with Hibs. So I wanted you to share how you have handled questions like that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. I think one of the things that eventually, if everyone is online, it will be great to do is that we should all be open to place under comment some of our pain points.
Okay.
What are our pain points? What are you most concerned about?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know the investments can be high, and it's very natural for any business person,
Yeah.
no matter what you do, to be sure if the investment that you're making is the right one or not. So
Yeah.
I can understand if exhibitors will be concerned about that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for every business, whether it's product or service, it's very important for us to understand that we're providing solutions to clients. Now, back in the day, people would, there'll be just one seamstress somewhere, and then they'll say, oh, she's so good. People will move mountains to go and find them. But now there's a plethora of people doing the same thing. So if you're a school, there are many schools probably offering the same things that you're offering. So really becomes your differentiation. And sometimes, okay, you have there's a lot of perception when it comes to some of these businesses where you would actually have a perception that a certain school is doing something or providing some service that is totally different from what you're doing until you find yourself in the same space as them and you realize, wow, I'm actually not that bad. And
Mm-hmm.
so finding yourself in the same space actually, number one, opens up your mind to see what is happening on the market. You're able to borrow ideas, but more importantly, you're able to really, you know, give yourself or your brand that confidence that you're actually not doing bad. And if you're doing bad, it's a wake up call. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, marketing is very, very important. So it's always key for us to look at some of these events as the biggest marketing events for the school or for the business, for whatever it is that you're doing. Because in one space, okay, I may be coming for a particular school or a particular product, but I get exposed to you. Now you're going to say, but how is that going to work? Because we're all positioned at different places. What if the person comes to company or school A and just leaves? No. That is why for any exhibitor that is here, positioning is very important. You need to come with your team. The
Yeah.
teachers can't go to sleep at these events. We have to have some of them at the entrance, some of them at the car park, some of them walking the hallway within where the exhibition is happening, and then those that are going to be at the booth. Now, a major mistake most people do is they hand out flyers. It doesn't work. If you hand out a flyer, they throw it away, they mash it up in their bag, they look at it. It really is not as engaging as when you're able to actually speak to them. And when we speak to them, we're not speaking to them basically to just sell them our school or sell them our product. We're asking them what their pain points are. What do you think is challenging right now when it comes to your educational system for your child or system in this country? What do you think you was different? These are some of the questions that we have to engage the attendees with. Because if we just want to sell them a product, everybody else is doing that. So you have to be very, very intentional. And you have to, by all means, bring a lot of staff members with you.
Yeah.
And one of the things that these events also helps us with is content creation. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is an opportunity for you because now everything is on social media. There are many, many potential clients of ours that are sitting on social media who may have never heard about us until we actually start to post something. So
Yeah.
these types of events are actually an opportunity for us to gather content as a school or as somebody selling products to say, hey, we're here and produce them. When clients that you know come through, you can ask them, oh, can you say something? They make a review, they post it. All these things are very, very essential. And you're not going to get them just running your day-to-day activities or going to pay some newspaper to talk about your school. So these, events are so precious. You cannot place a price tag to it because even the newspaper that you've gone to pay for to advertise for you, how are you going to value your ROI? You probably will not be able to measure it as
Yeah.
much as you will if you're directly in contact with a potential client and you can engage, exchange numbers right there on the spot, and then start um, talking about what the future could potentially look like with you and them.
Yeah.
Okay. Before I continue, is there anything?
Oh. Anyone, if you have any questions, you can ask Gwen. We only have Gwen for about 15, 20 minutes. So we're sort of going backwards and then we'll come back to the front. So I just wanted to bring Gwen on board, especially because of her her wealth of experience and knowledge. And I truly believe that everybody will benefit from what you have to say. So
thank you so much. Thank you. And a huge congratulations to everybody that decided to say yes. Because I know it can be really frustrating, especially setup. You're going to pay someone to do your setup for you. You have to print out some material. It can be very expensive. And you are wondering, how am I sure this is going to work? But believe me when I tell you, it does work. You see, sometimes it's not immediate. The people that you engage with, it's not immediately that they are going to call you. But what you're trying to do is to place your brand on top of the list in their minds, so that anytime they think school or they think education or they think some educational product, it's you that they think about because of how you engage with them. Like we always say, people will remember people won't remember what you said to them, but they remember how you made them feel. So the customer experience over there is very important. Whatever perception you want the school to have around, that perception has to be felt in your booth. That is why I always say it's also very risky to purely go and hire outsiders to come and help you with these things. You need people that actually are within the school or have been really educated on what you do so they can engage with them directly, because people buy solutions to their emotional problems. Sometimes I want my child to leave the school, not because it's not great, but because of how my child feels when they come. Maybe my child feels it doesn't feel any sense of belongingness and all kinds of things. So it's very important for you to always touch on the pain points before you talk about the product.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
So
I want to jump in. I want to jump in here and just mention, just because you're talking about how you have to bring on board people that actually understand the business or your organization. So it's very risky to bring people from outside to actually come and be your frontline people on the day. So I'll give a typical example. Last year, in fact, during the event, I stepped outside. Our food court was outside. So I stepped outside for a drink and I got swooned with, so many people that actually knew me personally and had come to the event because they also had young children and wanted to scout schools. And it was funny, and not funny, but it was very interesting to hear the different reviews that they had. And one of them that stuck out for me that I said, I will make it a point to mention this year, was the fact that one person's experience was, well, thank you so much for putting this event together, because now, after meeting the frontline team, I know the schools which I will continue to talk to, and the schools that immediately I don't want my child to go to. It hurt me a lot, because then I felt like, did I not do enough to actually explain how to present ourselves, but it was also a learning point for me, so that I could actually share this information with this year's exhibitors, to let you know that these things are very real. People are watching, and they are taking notes. So how you make someone feel when they come to your booth is so important, because that could be the moment where they decide, okay, never again, or wow, I'm blown away, I want to come and tour your facility. So that's just a small point that I wanted to make with regards to
very, 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 very important point, because we have to demystify the perception. There are a lot of perceptions that sometimes a seemingly great school, will suffer just because of perceptions that are going wrong, that are not true. So I totally agree with you. This is also an opportunity for us to demystify and debunk any false perceptions. you know. And like I always say with these exhibitions, the organizers have done everything. What they have done is to bring the people to you. Now your job is just one: engage with them.
Yeah.
Engage with the people. So when the I always say, when you need to actually attack the organizer is when they are not able to drive traffic to you, when they are not able to market the program in a way that actually entices people and excites them and they want to come. However, it's also very important for us to understand that we're going to the marketplace. So we also by ourselves need to make the noise. We need to post it on our pages and say, hey, I'm going to be at this place. Come by. Because some of these students that you have, some of them have siblings, cousins, friends that can potentially be your clients. So you have cross-selling opportunities. Yeah. So don't leave it solely to the organizer. Let them do their part with the marketing, but you also need to make noise. Because if you don't market, we don't know who you are. And it doesn't matter how great your products are. So you realize that sometimes we lose business to other schools and other products, not because they are better than us, but basically because they market better than we do. So they are visible to the clients. So there's some few points that I'm just going to go through quickly, and then I can leave you and you can have your discussions. Number one, as exhibitors, it's very important for us to position ourselves not merely as service providers or products companies, but as solution delivery companies. Look at your business as purely providing solutions. If you position it like that, you will realize that people are more attracted to people that are sort of empathetic and they feel they understand their pain points, because humans, we want to survive and thrive. So anybody that can sell us something that serves our selfish needs, we're in it. Mm-hmm. We also have to understand that association brings respect. In as much as you're all going to be in the same space, you will realize that there are certain brands that obviously, because of history or because of powerful marketing, have a very powerful presence in the industry. Okay, you may think you're actually better than them, but they have a very powerful presence. And so you being in the same space as them, okay, draws up this perception about your brand. They say, oh, it looks like these are the top schools. If they are at Apex, then that means they are actually the best, because these are serious companies and serious businesses that are here. So that means this school must be great, else they will not be here. So association with powerful brands is key. I call it dancing with the giants. So you are perceived as a giant and you have the opportunity to actually become one. Look at Apex also as an investment in your marketing strategy for the year. Beginning of the year, start saving towards events like this. This way, you're not going to feel it. You're not going to think it's a one-off thing or it's something that is going to hit your pockets as a school. Make that budget, get that allocation for it, so that when the year starts, okay, we're going to go here, we're going to go there, and it's not a problem. It makes it smoother and you can plan better and also market ahead. Also, look at this as purely a visibility strategy for your businesses. It's visibility marketing. You're not going there to close deals right there and then. You're going there to become visible so that we will know about you. Because sometimes when you have a little hype as a school, or you have some old alumni and all these people thinking that, oh, you're so good, you can almost become complacent and you close your eyes and you don't know what is happening. So look at this as purely as visibility for your companies and your brands. Also, like I mentioned before, it's an opportunity for you to create a lot of content. So get the teachers. You have to humanize some of these schools that you have. I mean, I've seen one of the schools that is in there that I said to myself, this is the most humanized school I've ever, encountered, because of their people skills with both parents and teachers. They are not stiff. So sometimes when you're in the same space as them, you will realize, okay, I actually can be flexible and this thing will still work. I don't have to be stiff just because I'm in this space. Collaborations are key. We need to collaborate. we need to associate and collaborate. You can't sit in your corner. Okay, you're keen in that corner, but once you come to, that global stage, or even come in contact with other schools that are perceived even bigger, you realize you begin to not feel so great. When you collaborate, you realize you're powerful, more powerful than you think. Now, positioning. At the entrance, you have to have people. Let them wear t-shirts. Make sure your people are wearing your branded t-shirts. Nobody should come in their mufti. They should come in your brand t-shirt. They shouldn't just hand the flyers without engaging with the people. It should always be a smile and exciting. And I mean, you should actually treat these payees, I call them payees, the parents, like your students. Be excited to see them and let them feel like, okay, if I bring my child here, I can go to sleep. Every parent wants convenience. So let's sell them that. If you have internal programs in the school that helps the parents, because no parents likes to do homework. So if you have programs like that, please, by all means, project that and tell people what you have and how it works. Sometimes we tell people the things we have, but they are not really interested in what we have. They want to know how it can make them survive and thrive. And most of all, just go out there and give yourself a show. Don't be shy. Give yourself a show. Make some noise. Have fun, and understand that this is a long-term investment. And you will see its fruits. You will definitely see its fruits. It's you're making the right decision, and this is something the country needs. And you should look at yourselves as change makers. You're part of history. You're part of something that is great. This is what we need. So for me, it's a huge thank you to Exhibitors for investing in Accra Parent Expo, because it's not easy when you're starting something. People don't understand the vision. So for people to bear that vision with you, it's a great thing, Asha. And I really pray that this team continues to build up bigger and better throughout the year. So thank you so much. Our powerful exhibitors. I'll be there myself to meet some of the schools. Hey. And yes, thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Does anybody have a question for Gwen before we actually start? Anything? Okay, Gwen, I think you did a fantastic job breaking it all down for us. We really appreciate your time, and we look forward to seeing you next week, Saturday, at the Grand Arena. So thank you, and happy birthday to your mom again. Oh, she's there? She's muted. Okay. All right, okay. I think we can move on with our slides. So as we're going along, if you have any questions, please just drop them in the box. And when we get to the Q&A, we can answer all the questions. But I put together some slides and I want us to just go through that. Okay, one moment. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
Thank you. So I put these slides together. It's very short and concise. We'll do about 2 pages and then move on to the toolkit, because that's where all the information is, and that's where we're getting all the questions from. So we'll go So what we're going to cover is the exhibitor toolkit. That's the things to do and any important information. Gwen has touched on a lot, so that makes our work very easy. So the special guest appearance is done. We'll have some quick tips on the slide, and then Q&A, any other business will be there. All right, so stop sharing this. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, so I'll go through the event features first and foremost. We do have, so last year we did have a raffle towards the end of the show. It's a great way for us to actually drive footfall to the event. We've seen it, especially when you're doing your pre-registrations. So we share the visitor registration link ahead of time, and we encourage pre-registration whereby the visitors will be entered into the raffle automatically. So what happens is on the day, if you walk in on the day without booking, you won't be part of the raffle. We have a smartphone, we have some kitchen appliances, spa treats, shopping vouchers, etc. Up for grabs. So I think once we're done here, maybe I'll send another email with the visitor registration link so that in case you want to share it with people, you can share them along so they can register to attend for free. Now, the other feature of the event is inspirational seminars. So the event features are, aside the exhibition, what else is going on the event day? So the seminars, we have on the far right side, when you enter the exhibition hall, we have a closed room where we'll be holding seminars. This year's conversations, again, we're going to be talking about neurodiversity. We're going to be talking about the IB, Cambridge, the French school, and the GS pedagogical approaches. We will also discuss co-curricular activities, and then there will be the last conversation will be almost like a group therapy with a psychologist, where we're going to be talking about well-being and avoiding burnouts, as mental health. Then another feature is the interactive workshops. So how this works, it's right in the middle of the exhibition hall. It is not closed. It's any exhibitor that's registered that wants to carry out a live demonstration of a product, service, or program, you're welcome to send us an email. The slots are limited. And we really like our live workshops to be something that leaves people wowed. This year, what we have done is to add a seating area to the live workshop area so that people can actually sit and watch and interact with the workshops. Play zones, we have a play area for children. So for example, it's a great way to have parents drop off their children who will be watched, and then they will be taking part in very good activities, imaginative play, there's art, all kinds of, we have Bamzozo, who has sponsored our play zone. She'll be bringing her magnetic tiles, and there's a lot of activities planned for the children, so they can be dropped off and the parents can actually have some very useful or meaningful time with the exhibitors. We also have a photo booth. So the photo booth is quite close to the seminar hall. And in that area, you can just go in there and take pictures. What we have added this year as a special is professional headshots. So if you're needing professional headshots, I would say come early. Well, we're talking to exhibitors, so you'll be there early anyway. From 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Twinkle Toes will be there to take free professional headshots. They'll be sent to you electronically. We also have a What's My Why wall. This one, I literally dreamt about this. It's right behind the photo booth. It's a wall where I envisioned we would share, why we're doing what we're doing. So why am I a teacher? Why am I working in this childcare related business? Why am I a nurse, etc. So the What's My Why wall is there for any and everybody, exhibitors, visitors. Go over there, take a marker and write why you're doing what you're doing. Then within the exhibition hall, we also have the indoor food court. Last year, the food court was outside. It really, honestly, didn't work out very well because it rained the whole day. And also, a lot of visitors and exhibitors didn't even know that there was a food court because it was, as soon as you drive into the conference center, it's at the entrance. But then the exhibition was inside the conference center. So that made it quite difficult for people to see. Oops. Okay, move on to advertising opportunities. So with these, a range of sponsorship and promotion opportunities to suit all budgets. We've got the seminar room where for 700 CDs, you can bring some pull-up banners or we'll brand the seminar area with your logo or whatever material that you have. We've also got the live workshop area, which I mentioned. For 650 CDs, you can display your logo on the panels. Because it's a high traffic area. Lots of people will be stopping by to watch a workshop or two. The food court, we're not taking any more sponsorships there, so I won't waste too much time there. Play zone is also taken. Lanyard sponsorship is still available. And with the lanyard sponsorship, it is an exclusive opportunity for your logo to feature on the lanyards that are worn by the exhibitors and speakers of the event. Registration area, your brand will be seen by visitors as they enter the exhibition. So as soon as they walk in, you can take advantage of that. Swag bags, those are gone. So swag bags are tote bags that we give out to visitors at the event. You can also sponsor the inserts. So for example, if you said, well, I make shea butter and I want to give out my shea butter lip balms. So I have this many of them and I want to drop them in the swag bags. For 500 CDs, you can do that with your flyer or your business cards as well. And then we have the event guide advertising. So the event guide is what you call like a magazine that we give out on the day of the event. There are physical copies and there are also electronic copies that are shared as soon as the exhibition opens. In fact, we might share the electronic copies 24 hours before the exhibition opens. You can advertise a full page for 1,800 or half page for 1,200. Important dates to note. Okay, so tomorrow is the deadline to order any event extras or any advertising opportunities that you're interested in snapping up. So please make your decision between now and the end, let's say by 4 p.m. tomorrow, because we really have to shift into the final gear from Monday onwards. November 15th would be the build up and setup. The details are below. I'll go through that. What happens is we get the venue in the evening because the venue is actually currently booked. And so we get the venue, I think they said 8 p.m. Last year, the conference center itself, we had access from about 10 p.m. We're pushing for earlier, and if that's possible, we'll communicate. But there isn't much to be done anywhere on the 15th for exhibitors. What is going to be done is that the contractors will be building all the shell schemes. And they should be done very, very early in the morning so that everyone can come in and actually decorate their booth how they want. So that's why it's actually advantageous if, for example, you want to wrap your booth, for you to actually outsource it to us, because the guys, once they're done building up, they will wrap up all the booths. But if you also want to do it yourself, you're very welcome to do it. So the dates and times, yes. So the build up for contractors and all exhibitors is from 8 p.m. to 10 a.m. Again, not really for exhibitors, I would say for contractors. That's from 8 p.m. to about 6 a.m. Then November 16th, that's the event day. By 9 a.m., all booths must be ready. We will have a small coffee, tea meet where we can all, jump from booth to booth and sort of start a network and meet each other. until about 9:45. And then the exhibition will open at 10 a.m. From 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., we're expected to tear down everything that we have installed. So if you installed your own infill graphics, that's if you wrapped your own booth without using our contractors, you'll be expected to actually take it down yourself. If not, the contractor will actually surcharge the exhibitor for not removing, their infill graphics. Okay, exhibitor essentials. I think those were external links that I shared, useful things that I had come across that I thought would be useful for everyone as well. So if you haven't had a chance to have a look at this, or you haven't seen the toolkits, please let us know and we will send an email at the end of the call so you can have a copy and take advantage of it. Yeah, we also encourage you to promote your participation. So for example, we started aggressively posting exhibitors this week. We started posting a week or two ago, but then we moved into, the third gear this week. And that's because we hadn't received a lot of the logos and information that were required to actually be able to do it. And so everything is queued. I know some people have questions like, oh, I've seen the school being posted, I've seen this exhibitor being posted, I haven't seen mine yet. It is all queued, and so it will happen. Between from tomorrow until the end of the weekend, we should finish posting every single exhibitor. But please check based on your package, because not all the packages are the same. So for example, Platinum and Gold get the social media spotlights on the post. And then for Silver Boots, you get the story mentions. So that's just by the way. And then next up, we have the exhibition booth specifications and the artwork guidelines. I think these are pretty straightforward, so I'll just move on. Yes. So when it comes to the shell scheme, the silver booth, 2 meters by 2 meters. So it's 2 meters wide and 2 meters deep. Your gold booth is 3 meters wide and 2 meters deep. And your platinum booth is 3 meters wide and 3 meters deep. So that's 4 square meters, 6 square meters, and 9 square meters respectively. Now, I wanted to explain something quickly about the panels, especially for those who are interested in doing their own decoration or wrapping up of their booths. So, for example, let's take a look at the silver booth. The silver booth is 2 meters by 2 meters. Now, you can see that the booth consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels. Sorry, pardon? Oh, my mouse, sorry. Okay, so the silver booth, I'm hovering over it now. It's 6 panels, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're going to print, please let your printers know that you're doing 6 panels, of which each panel is 1 meter. I don't know if I am clear. But we have on the bottom left, the panel dimensions. So the graphics go inside the panels, which is the partitioning inside the panels. Even though I said the panels are 1 meter, 1 meter wide, it's actually 97 centimeters if you're going to print. If I'm clear. But please, if you have any questions, you can drop them in the box so we can come back to that. The tables you see in the booths are not the tables that are given. For this picture, we really wanted to show you what the booth actually, a typical booth look like. But the tables are mostly rectangular tables. Platinum booth has 2 tables and 4 chairs. Gold booth has 2 tables and 2 chairs. Could be wrong. And then the silver booth has 1 table with 2 chairs. So in a nutshell, I think that these things Gwen has also touched on, but I can go through. Secrets to a successful show, importance of participating, just to reach new customers, to build brand awareness, network with industry professionals, objective setting. So define your exhibition goals when you're going to exhibit. What does your organization want out of it? You know, okay, I want to meet, or I want 20 leads, you know, goal specific. Yeah, and identify your target audience. Staff training. We can't overemphasize this one. It's so important that your team are very knowledgeable in whatever product or service that you're trying to sell. Stand operations, you can probably look at doing a staff rota, because 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. is a very long time. There will be peak times and there'll be times where things will be a little bit slower. I would suggest putting together maybe shifts. Some schools last year, what they did was they actually assigned shifts to the team that would come. So everyone knew, okay, today I'm on this stand and I'm here from 10 a.m. to 12. And then they leave and then the next team comes. Product or service knowledge checklist. Yeah, make sure you have all your key features and your benefits out. You know it, you at the top of your fingertips. Conversation guide. So engage visitors effectively, you know, the eye contact, not trying to talk on your phone or be distracted as you're talking to people, because these are things that people remember. It's all about the first impression. Lead collection. One thing that I find very key is that when you're at the event, try as much as possible to collect as many leads as possible. Don't feel like if someone comes, oh, you give them your business card, that's the end. You don't have any control once they walk away. It's best if you have, maybe you put together a sheet where you're just collecting visitor information, because that will really help. Qualify your leads. You know, some leads might, you might feel like, okay, this one is a solid lead. This one a little bit warm, this one is a little bit cold. You know, qualify them and then assign your follow-up tasks. So, okay, I'll call this on this day, but make sure that you are calling all of these people. They do say that when you have a lead, I think it's something like 3 or 5 times you have to call to actually decide, okay, maybe this one is a wash. Follow up with personalized communication, and just focus on your high priority leads. Stand etiquette. So I just touched on that a little bit. Engage with the visitors, maintain a clean stand, avoid distractions, silence mobile phone. You can probably designate a phone-free zone, dress professionally, like Gwen was saying. If you're coming in, your polos, come in your polos, look uniformed, and maintain a tidy appearance. After the show, have a team debrief, discuss what your challenges were, what your successes were, and identify areas for improvement. And then review your exhibition goals and see if you actually met any of your goals or if you fell short. And then start considering what you're going to do for your next steps, your follow-up activities. You're going to nurture those leads or follow up, and then also to book for next year's event. So we have a helpful checklist here. These are the timelines that we hope that we can all work with. I mean, we're really behind. Last year, the masterclass was about 4 to 6 weeks before the event day. But unfortunately, this year, everything is just been slow. So please take a look at the exhibitor checklist and make sure that you've checked off things. After today, if there's anyone that hasn't made their full payments, we kindly ask that you do it. Please also make sure that you've sent a high resolution logo. Most people will have, or you may have done it yourself. You have a graphic designer that would have done your logo for you, ask them for a high resolution logo. The reason why we ask for that is if it's not high resolution and we post it, it is not going to be clear and it's not going to be engaging. We also require a 60-word profile for our social media, website, and event guide. So please make sure if you sent us your profile, but it's very, very long, can I ask that you just send an email with just 60 words? We just need something small, a snippet to actually go onto. For now, if we've already posted your social media, it's fine, but we need it to go on the website and also on the event guide. Competition offers to be added to the event guide and other promotions sent. So one other thing that I forgot to mention was we have a feature where we ask exhibitors, for example, if you're coming to exhibit on the day, we ask you to put together a competition or some offer, something special for parents or for visitors to feel like you're doing something. So it could be, okay, for example, I'm not saying this should be what it is, but it could be 0 registration fees or 10% off this, or vouchers or something. If you have any such thing, please contact us, let us know. We would like to put that in the event guide. It is also definitely something that a feature that drives traffic to your booth. Confirm any of your event marketing opportunities and exhibition extras by tomorrow, which is 8th November. Invite all your contacts to Apex, and 16th November is showtime. So that's about that. I need to share another one. Please don't forget to put your questions in the, Put your questions in the comment or the chat box and we will answer them. Okay. Okay. So quick tips. Again, I'm not gonna go too crazy on this. But yes, remember why you're there. Stay focused on your objectives. Exhibiting is the most cost-effective way of getting your products and services right in front of customers. Plan to have at least 2 representatives, because honestly, one person is never going to be enough. Because imagine if you have 4 people trooping to your booth, how are you going to manage the conversation? So at least 2 people is good. And then taking into consideration the size of your booth, because if your booth is, for example, 4 square meters, it also wouldn't work if you had too many people in there. Don't forget to bring along any useful information, so your brochures, enrollment forms, business cards, anything that you would find handy. 80% of your exhibition success is down to staff. Again, please take the time to train them and invite your families and friends to attend this free event. There's so many things that people can benefit from. Keep your conversation short and concise, make eye contact and smile. And once we're done, please fill out the feedback sheets for us, because we need it to be able to improve for the next expo. And please book your place early next year. So Q&A. Please, does anyone have any questions? Oh, there are? Oh, how do I see it? No, I want to see it. Oh, there. Okay.
Possible. I do.
Okay.
Yes, Bennett.
Hi, Bennett. Bennett, may I ask where
From First Bank.
sorry?
From First Bank.
First Bank. Okay. Yes, Bennett. Thank you.
Sure. I've been trying to reach, but I think that I had technology issues. But it's fine.
Okay.
I want to understand though, who is setting out the booth for us as sponsors?
Um, so the booth will be built by the contractors for
No,
everybody.
I know. No, from your presentation, I heard everything.
Okay.
I'm saying, who is the vendor who is doing it?
Who's the vendor?
Yes.
Oh, we have a contractor that we use. Did you need their information?
Because I don't want to reinvent the wheel. Because there'll be some contractors, because is that this international conference center, right?
Yes. So, so at the inside
Mhm.
the grand arena of the conference.
Yeah, no, I know. You said it. You know that. So I want to know who. So I know what my artworks will be like, and how
No, Bennett, I think you're mistaken. So what happens is that we provide you the booth. The artwork,
exactly.
we don't provide
Don't
any
worry. Yeah.
artwork. That's
No,
100.
no, no. You give me a booth, and you give me a chance to do what's in my booth, right?
Yes.
Good. So first bank, I'll check with my colleagues what the size of our booth
Okay.
and what to do. But you see, it's very important that I know which contractor is doing the setup, because there are some basics that you will do, which is you provide a space,
Well, yes, we will provide the space.
you provide a space, you
If you
will
need
provide
any extra,
electricity,
if you need
you
any,
provide you provide chair, you provide two tables. Like you provide a table, you provide two chairs. I want to know who the contractor is.
Bennett, I think you should reach out to us because I'm not fully
Sure,
understanding, but maybe
sure.
you can reach out
Don't
to us
let's work.
tomorrow.
We shouldn't workshop it. Yeah, sure.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Okay. Asha, please, my school's name is not in the exhibitors list on your website. I don't want to ask why. Is this direct messages? Oh, what? Sorry, then read the messages, please.
Yeah, hello.
Hi.
Hello, good evening once again, Asha.
Hi,
Yeah,
good
this
evening.
is Esther. Yeah, this
Esther.
is Esther from Rosemont Bilingual.
Hi, Esther. How are you?
Yeah, I sent the first message you were reading. Fine,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent the first message. So my school came for the platinum boots,
Mhm.
but unfortunately I went on their website and then our name is nowhere to be found. So I was wondering why we are on platinum and our name is not on their website yet, neither on IG and Facebook. Thank you.
Okay. So, I think with your situation or the website, first of all, hasn't actually it's not finished. So the list you see there is actually from last year. Where we have updated currently are the socials, so on Instagram, etc. We only received your logo, I think, 2 days ago, and
Yeah.
we're currently queued everything up. So we are posting them as they were received. So we'll 100% get to you. I mentioned earlier that we would definitely be posting everything from tomorrow till by Sunday, we would have finished posting all the exhibitors. So it's not that we have excluded your
Okay.
school.
Actually, my logo was sent. I, I sent I sent my logo quite a long time ago. I think
You did.
before I even made payment.
Yes, you
And then
did.
I received a message only 2 days ago that it wasn't clear. So you see, your message didn't come early because I'm on platinum. It's not
I'm
I mean it's a huge amount and I'm not there yet. It's quite,
I
you
fully
know,
understand. But I think we can take this conversation off air and then talk about it tomorrow. Because your logo, we
okay.
received your logo when you had registered, and it wasn't a high resolution logo. We're not able to use it, and we communicated that with your team. So we
That
will talk
was two
about it
days ago.
tomorrow. We will talk about it tomorrow.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Please, I also want to ask the boots. Is it wooden or is metallic, the boots? So that
So
we will know how to go about with our work on it.
what would you like to do on it? Because you won't be able to punch a hole or anything on any of those boots. We're only allowed to stick with something that has a
Black.
stick back. So it's aluminum profile, and then the insides are the very thin sheets of what do they call it? It's almost like MDF, but it's white.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not. It's.
I actually wanted to put a backdrop. I don't know if it's going to work. It's
No, if
a backdrop.
if it's a sticky backdrop, you can do that.
It's not sticky. It's like the canopy.
So you want to hang it. You want to
canopy
hang
mat.
it. You want to hang it.
Exactly. Like I thought maybe it's wood in that we can just punch it to stick on the wood or something. But since it's metal, I don't know how we go about it.
I think it should be
Because
fine.
I don't think the stapler will work.
I will confirm. I will confirm for you.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next one.
Sorry to barge in again.
Hello?
This is Bennett again.
Hi.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to barge in. See, the last call that you got is what we are talking about. We know how exhibitions are done. So if there are panels, and last year I was there, I saw what you did. So if there are panels and everything, then we know we are printing SUV as exhibitors. As exhibitors, you've given us space 2 meters by what? How we play with that space. Then we know what to do. If you want to take that up, then we'll bring our pull-ups and everything. That's what the establishment wanted to do. You see, if we can ignore your space that you have given us, then we create our own something. So we need to be very clear that as a sponsor or as an exhibitor, you have this space, play with it. It is very clear. And it is very good that you give us that information, please.
Asha, can I come in?
Yes, please, Ida.
Hi, good evening.
Thank
I'd like to address your speaker, your last speaker. Hello, sir. Good evening. My name is Ida from Brain Hill. We were there last year. We were exhibitors last year. Now, the booths that we actually set up in, if I may come in, were metal booths, standard metal booths that you would get, exhibitors booths that you get in a lot of these expos.
Yeah.
They are such that you can't really fabricate or do any sort of modifications to. So for us, we went for the branding from Apex. So their team came in, we gave them our designs and then how we wanted it placed. So by the time we came to do our setup, they had done the branding for us. We wanted to get our own people to do the branding, but we realized that they were also going to delay us. And to be honest with you, we were very pleased with how the branding came out.
Thank you so much, Ida.
Truth be told, if you want to, you can't really do a lot of modifications to the frames when you want to set up. The best you can do is probably the actual space that you are given. That is what you can work on. And if you look at the exhibitor's guide, or yes, I think the toolkit or something of the sort, you see that aside from the 3 meters by 3 meters, they also added dimensions for each frame. So your designers can tailor make your designs for those booths, however you want it done, within those margins. Then you can go ahead and add all other additional features into the space. I hope I'm clear.
No, you are very clear, and I'm very aligned with you with what you're saying. It's a lot of education for me. I've not done it before. You understand?
I'm
So
glad
it's
to help.
education. No, exactly. And
Thank you, Ida. Sorry, Bennett. We don't have a lot of time, and can I ask
sure.
if you have any
That's fine. We'll engage both. That's fine. Sure.
If we're going to have if you have any organization specific questions, please can we just direct that to us directly so that we're not necessarily we want to answer the questions that are pertaining to the event. If anything is specific to you and you want us to address it, please just backdoor us and then we will do our best to resolve the issue. Thank
No,
you.
I just want to say that I'm not intruding in anything. I'm just,
I'm
because of the nature of the invitation that I got here.
sorry. Can I have the next question, please?
Hi, hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Hi, my name is Karen.
Hi.
I'm from Vivi's Dance and Theatre Academy.
Okay. Hi. How are you?
I'm fine. Please, I want to find out, looking at our structure, we are into performing arts. So I'd want to find out if there's a space where we can have some of our academy students display and then, yeah, basically.
Okay. So last year, then so it sounds like you weren't there last year. Last year, Vivi,
Yes,
you were?
no, I wasn't that last
You
year.
weren't. Okay. So what happened last year? Vivi didn't actually exhibit.
Okay,
What Vivi's did was to come in for the live workshop. And
okay,
there was a production by the company or the organization, a very beautiful production.
okay,
Really enjoyed watching.
okay,
So
okay,
I would encourage you to message us about booking a free live workshop, so that we'll give you a time slot and then your students can actually come and do the performance.
okay,
But the rest of
okay.
your exhibition is restricted to your booth.
Yes, please. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. All right.
Pleasure.
Okay. Hi, Asha.
Hi.
I'm Anne from Sena Pediatric Therapy
Hi,
Center.
Anne. How are you?
I'm doing okay. So, a quick one. I didn't join so early. I just wanted to find out what the cost for the contractors that would do the customization is. Because I think you sent the old exhibitor toolkit that was from last year. So I don't know if
No.
or you sent the new one.
So we sent the new, we only sent this year's toolkits, and then
Okay.
there's also an extras orders form, which has all the
Okay.
prices of everything that you can order as an extra.
Okay, then I think I'll go check that out then.
Yeah, and if by any chance you don't have it, please just message us and we'll email it to you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anne. I have this question here from Sebastian. Fifi. Okay. Fifi from the Duca Academy is asking, are we allowed to bring electronic devices such as a TV screen? Yes, you are very, very welcome to bring your own TV screen. However, make provision for a stand, because the TV will not be able to hang on the shelf scheme, because they won't be able to take the weight. So if you want to bring it along with a stand, I think it would be perfect. If not, you can also book with us. We have a contractor that actually is supplying TV screens for some of the exhibitors. So hopefully that answers your question, Fifi. Okay, so Reggie, please send us a message with your email address, and we can forward you the event brochure, so it can give you all the benefits of exhibiting. Solomon, blessing, unmute. He's got his hands up. Solomon, I think you can unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
My name is Solomon, and I'm the head of subsidiary at Kidsville.
Kidsville. Okay, yes, Solomon.
Yes. Sorry, I joined in late. I just got home. I would like to ask, with the toolkit that you sent to us, I saw that you said there's a swag bag that we can package some items into it.
Yes.
And give it out to people who come across, who come to our booth and other things.
No.
First of all, I want to ask,
Solomon,
do
sorry.
you have to pay anything or anything?
Solomon.
Yeah. So I want to ask about the swag bags. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so the swag bags, we are providing the swag bags. We actually have a sponsor, a very generous sponsor that has made it possible for us to do the swag bags again this year. What happens with those is that we give them to visitors. They're not given to the exhibitors. They're given out to visitors. It has, the idea is sometimes, for example, we have people that are not even exhibiting during the event, but they might want to take advantage of some of our marketing opportunities. So for example, if Kidsville decides, well, we want to put, some little favors inside the swag bags, we only ask for 500 CDs for you to be able to do that. And then you can put as many as you want in the bags.
So, if I understand you perfectly, Kidsville cannot, on its own, bring in its paper bags into the booth.
You can.
Whilst we have our products
to
give to anyone who comes to our booth, we want to give it to the
You're
person.
you're very welcome to do that. You can do that. It's
The
not.
reason why I'm asking is because Kidsville is a subsidiary of JK Industries, and JK Industries, we are the manufacturers and distributors of natural stationaries.
Okay.
And natural stationaries, as a matter of fact, we are also selling at Kidsville. So we thought it wise that why don't we do, because we have some bags and other things, why don't we get some items in the bag and put it at our booth. Anyone who comes there, we just give it out to.
You're not limited to that at all. In fact, thank you for bringing that up, because one thing that I wanted to say was, we are providing the platform where we are marketing the event far and wide. Visitors are going to be coming. They're going to be 60 plus exhibitors this year. What are you willing to do to stand out? You have to do something different. You have to do something that pulls a crowd. So it could be something as simple as a bowl of candy on your table. These are things that draw people to your table. Somebody even mentioned they're going to possibly be bringing a mascot. We're not opposed to that. These are things that.
Yeah, we'll also be bringing a mascot.
Okay.
We will also be bringing a mascot.
Okay, it's entirely up to you how you want to market yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
My other question is, I have about sorry, I don't need to have some other questions that I wanted to ask you else I
No problem.
The booth. Is it possible to have shelves in it?
You can have shelves. So if you need shelves, please use the extras form to request for the shelves, and it comes at an extra cost because they have to build.
Can we know the amount?
It's on the extras form. I cannot remember off the top of my head right now.
Okay.
It's on the extras.
Since you said it's
yes,
I'll make use of that.
Thank you.
And secondly, another one too is, so I'm bombarding with a lot of questions because I have some questions I want to ask.
Sure, please ask away.
I saw in your brochure that you have partners in terms of media. We would like to know what media you have partners with, and would they be there? Would they be having interviews or whatever? I would like to know about that.
We have some contacts that we are dealing with at the moment. We don't want to mention because we have had a lot of offers and we haven't concluded on our media partners this year. So we will know, but we have signed up photography and videography for the event. It will also be live streamed to our YouTube on the day. So that's about all the information I can give right now.
Okay, definitely we are JK are ready to help in terms of the media because we have some relationships with a lot of media partners. So if you want to come to us to also have a discussion about that, we will be happy to help.
Okay.
With regards to that.
Okay. So thank you very much.
Hello, Asha.
Hi.
Stanley here. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Stanley. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Quick question. I was wondering how long is the session? I didn't see a duration.
Which session?
the session we're having right now. I
Oh,
didn't
right
see
now,
like a time
was
frame within which it will start and end. Just asking because we have a few people who joined in late due to circumstances beyond their control. But
right.
then again, I see we've done about past an hour, so that if some of the questions will take us back to the first 5 or 10 minutes. And if the session is being recorded, maybe we can refer them to the fact that the recorded version will be shared so that those who actually were able to make it on time are not unduly delayed, because tomorrow is still a working day. I'm assuming everybody would want to catch a breather before the day starts. So that's just my take. And thank you for this session. It's very informative and useful.
Thank you, Stanley. We are recording the session, and we will share with everyone so that if you missed the beginning, you can actually catch up. And hopefully that helps. So now I also asked if we can get shelves. So I was saying you can actually order extra, shelves as part of your extras package. So please let us know if you like them. If you complete the form and send it back to us by tomorrow, we can sort that out for you. Okay, Aaron says, can I please know how many reps we would need for the platinum booth? Aaron, your booth is 9 square meters. So I would say, I'm not sure how you're going to set up your booth. You have 2 tables and 4 chairs. So I think you just would have to assess. I think last year, some schools had from 4 to 6 in the platinum booths. So there isn't a restriction per se, it's just that they have to fit in your booth. Is there any more questions there? Finished? I'm looking.
Yeah, hello. Can I just ask only last one?
Hi, Solomon, yes.
Yes, I realized that this is just on the lighter side, that most of your exhibitors, I don't know, those here, all of them are exhibitors. Do you have any company that's like sell or maybe gives out services and products like just like Israel? Do you have? I would like to know.
Solomon, I'm not sure I understand you.
I mean, do we have a company? Well, like I said, that most of your exhibitors are schools.
Right.
Yes. So I'm
You're
asking,
talking about like
yeah, do you have any company?
a childcare related business that is into
Yeah, yes.
educational. Oh yes, we have quite a few. I don't think there's less than 5.
Okay. So other companies that also that are not from maybe they are not literary schools. They are not schools. They are companies like us.
Oh
Right?
yes. So I don't know if you saw the brochure in the beginning, but we have 4 categories of exhibitors this year. We've got the educators, we've got the childcare related businesses, we've got what we call family wellness, and then we've got the community support. So the childcare related businesses would be, your after school clubs, the shops.
Okay.
The family wellness would be, the pediatrician's office, the car dealerships,
Okay.
travel agencies,
Okay.
etc. Anything that's making family life in Accra easy. And then the community support is NGOs. And we made provision for
Okay.
2 NGOs to attend.
Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to know that. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay. Any more questions, please?
Yeah, this is Nana from Ghana.
Hi, Nana.
Yeah, so I wanted to just to put some clarity. In the beginning, Gwen was advising that we get more staff at the gate and trans corridor so we can engage.
So
But
actually,
I wish
can I catch
yes, I want to know. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I know where that's going. I was actually going to speak about that. So, Gwen's event is a little bit different from ours. And not to discount anything that she said. She said, everything that was perfect. However, with Apex, we don't really like exhibitors running to the front because we don't see it as a fair game where, for example, somebody has paid for platinum booth and, for example, somebody had for, somebody else. So, for example, somebody else has paid for a different category or different booth, and you're leaving your booth to go and be in the doorway. It puts people in a position that's not very fair. So we don't particularly like that idea. So we mentioned that last year. We like everything to be kept within the booth. There's nothing wrong with moving around and networking with other, industry professionals. But to solicit, for example, if somebody was walking to a school and then someone goes and grabs them, oh, no, you come to ours. That type of stuff we really frown on because that's not the type of event that we're trying to have.
So even if you bring like 3 or 4 staff, they should be present to your booth.
Sorry?
So if you bring 3 or 4 staff, they should be present to your booth.
Your line
And
is...
they should be at your booth, not like
Yes. Yes.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Any more questions or suggestions? If not, we can call it a night. Can we give it 2 minutes? Please, our phones are available. The number, I just share the number here, 026 77 77 926. Please, if you have any questions or any issues, kindly message or call that number and someone will attend to you. Or you can also send an email. We're quite responsive on emails too. So without any further questions, I think that we wouldn't want to keep it longer than we want to be here. And I hope that we have answered a lot of the questions that you may have. If you do have any extras you want to order, may I kindly ask again that you send everything to us by tomorrow. We have 1 week left. Now it's, we're trying to move into the next stage of the event. So please make sure that you send everything to us on time so that we can get things moving. The event guide has to go to print on Monday. So if we don't have enough information, we won't be able to go. If you want to do the advert, I would suggest you get the artwork to us by the weekend. Not sure how that's possible for most people, but it's going to print on Monday. So we'll need the artwork for the event guide if you're opting to go for an advert. Okay. I think we can comfortably exit. Thank you all. Thank you very much. For those of you that are actually coming back from last year, which is quite a few of you, we are very grateful. And we see that you understand our vision and where we're trying to go with Apex. And the only way is forward. And for the first timers, I know it's hard. It can be confusing, but we are here to hold your hand and help you throughout the journey. So please just don't leave us out. If you have any questions or concerns, please dialogue with us and we will be happy to resolve any issues. So thank you once again, and have a very good evening. And we shall see you all next week.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Too.
Bye.
See you. Bye.